and welcome to another Outlook cover discussion. We have our editor Chinki with us. So this is an issue dedicated to Mumbai, Bombay, Bambai. I know it's got many names, it's got many characters, and it's got many characteristics, and colors, the layers, so we have tried to cover all that. Of course, the trigger being what's going on in Maharashtra in terms of politics. So it's about the culture of the city, the people, the streets, the slums, the high rises, the business, the mills, the corporation, which is one of the richest in India. So it's a look at all that. Apart from that, the artists look at it, the photographers' view of the city, films, of course. It's an integral part of Bombay. Chinki was there in Bombay for this cover story. She was there for about 10 days or so, and and traveled and met a whole lot of interesting people who all come through in the issue.
Actually, so basically when this whole thing happened, then I was just talking to somebody and they said ki, and this is exactly what he said. He's like, कोई माई का बाप political analyst भी ये analyze नहीं कर सकता है कि how can 40 MLAs of Shiv Sena leave? And if you're asking me to write a column on that, I can't. And I'm just going like around this Matoshri, and I'm just thinking this is not about even that. It's about it's the battle for Bombay, and that's what led me to think. Then I said, how do we do this? And he's like, well, Bombay is the story. So then I went to Bombay, and the first night, I think at dinner, we met a lot of these people, and everybody had some version of their interpretation about like what this was. And one of them actually said that मैं सो के उठा और बॉम्बे जला नहीं था. So I said, what, you want Bombay to burn? He's like, नहीं Chinki, you have to understand that वो fear, just Shiv Sena, we have grown up with that. और वो protest ही नहीं हुआ है, which means Shiv Sena is over. So the first few days we went looking for Shiv Sena. So that, and then Padmanabhan was very interesting, because that was a very somber black and white, these huge posters of Padmanabhan saying Dev Manus, which and his name is Devendra, and which was all very intriguing. And so so that's how the whole issue started.
The cover story is about the Shiv Sena's travels through from Bala Sahab to now, and where it's heading. That's then, and there are supporting columns. Sanjay Nirupamji has written a really nice piece. He used to work with Bala Sahab in Marmik.
Bombay's journey is very fascinating, because if you go to Bombay, you are going to be intrigued by these mills. And the worst thing is this, when you go to Kamla Mill, which is now like a very high-end kind of
posh mall,
which actually it's a very sudden jolt journey from a communist kind of a mall, a mill worker, a blue-collared place, to this extremely like this paradise of consumerism. And that's what we say, that not all dreams come true in Bombay. A lot of it collapsed.
And the other thing about the color, what color is Bombay? That's a very interesting, thing again, coming from the mills, where it was all the communists, the red flags, then, the blue tarpaulin of the slums, which is also the sort of the color of the Dalits, of Ambedkarites. Of course, now it's turning saffron, and that saffron itself has various shades.
And saffron itself has contradictions. Bhagwa blood kiska hai? Shivaji ka hai ki BJP ka hai?
Yeah, that is what, who's the real, Hindu Hriday Samrat? Is it, was it Bala Saheb? So all those questions, and
I always say that, the ghosts of the past have come to haunt them. Nothing kind of made sense, except when we came to Bombay, it started to make sense. Richest city, more than half of the people live below the poverty line, real estate. And I always think, and I still say it, that Bombay's story is that of redevelopment, nothing else.
Apart from the politics, there is so much of the culture of the city. We have this really delightful piece on the Bombaya language by Gautam. That's Gautam.
Fantastic.
Yeah, really good. And of course, Sunil Padwal's,
his father was the mayor of Bombay. And Neera's piece is very interesting, because she is an authority on this, and she has been actively engaged. After all of this hopelessness, is the most beautiful thing, that people are coming together and at the very low level to fight for their housing rights. I think Bombay is all about space. The city only can grow vertically now.
That's true. And of course the films, which is again, and we can't ignore that. So we have Muzaffar Ali writing about Bombay, and Rajat Kapoor, which is a really delightful piece. The actor, director, theatre person, Rajat Kapoor, about his musings on Bombay. It's just
a beautiful one about these the people who make sounds in studios. And when I met him for his screening, and he said, that's the one I want to write about, because that's something that I really remember from my early days in Bombay.
Of course. And there is this, the Hindi book, the Kuru Kuru Swaha. This is again, a book which maybe many of the English speaking world or other languages
It never
may not-
got translated.
because it never got translated. So there is a really nice piece about this. Is a book written by Manohar Shyam Joshi in the 80s about the 60s Bombay. So there is the issue must be there should be out soon in the stands, and do log on to www.outlookindia.com.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.